Sean Diddy Combs was back in a New York courtroom where he learned his sex trafficking and racketeering trial will begin in May. He's pleaded not guilty to all the charges.
Jay-Z in trouble as Diddy turns him in during confession. Jay-Z.
You want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through.
What are your thoughts after hearing the indictment yesterday?
Good morning, Brian and Natalie. I got to tell you, my thoughts reading the 14-page indictment yesterday were that there are a lot of people in Hollywood who are probably worried about which Diddy parties they were at and what was.
The courtroom wasn't ready. Jay-Z wasn't ready. Rihanna definitely wasn't. And Diddy, he cracked right in front of the judge. In what might be the most emotional collapse of his career, Sean Diddy Combs just got hit with a legal twist. That left even the biggest names in shock. The judge's words didn't just sting, they shattered everything.
I would say this, it's kind of funny to me, man, is that Diddy used to hate Jay-Z. He hated Jay-Z enough where he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay-Z. This is back in the early 2000s.
Just weeks before his trial officially begins in May, Diddy's legal foundation crumbled. His longtime defense attorney, Anthony Rico, quit unexpectedly, and not quietly. Rico filed that he could no longer represent Diddy under any circumstances. The courtroom fell silent when the judge delivered a scathing reminder. This court is no longer shielding the powerful from consequences.
And one day, Asner, Kushner, Diddy, and myself went to a Nets game and we met Jay-Z. I've never been a Jay-Z fan, like some of his music, the whole 9 yards.
Diddy was seen lowering his head into his hands. Witnesses in the room say it was a moment of raw breakdown. A man used to power, now cornered. It was the judge's words that finally made it real. Everything's changed.
But when we went over to the, I think that was Prudential Center in Newark, and him and Puff met up, it was strange to me. Because I remember what Puff was trying to do. And then both of them, they was talking about something amongst each other, amongst all of us, and laughing and joking with each other.
But here's what really shocked the industry. A second bombshell dropped. During the hearing, Judge Paul Outkin tore apart Diddy's legal motions as irrelevant insults and riddled with inaccurate statements. If the public thought Diddy was untouchable, this ruling proved otherwise. Meanwhile, the reactions have been pouring in. Charlemagne the God said, "Accountability don't miss." Cassie's IG story read, "Finally, healing can begin." The silence from other celebrities, even louder. Behind closed doors, insiders say Diddy is losing grip. After years of public control, he's facing a very private unraveling. The legal pressure, the media glare, the betrayal within his legal team. This isn't just about lawsuits anymore. It's about legacy, and it's cracking under pressure.
Then over the years, I see them giving garden parties. You understand what I'm saying? You could tell that the people in power had gave that ring to Diddy, and Jay was next in line. So to separate him, when in fact, they may be two of the same, but because Jay-Z is low-key.
Even after a case was dismissed, Diddy got no relief. The court ruled that Jane Doe failed to properly identify herself, but that didn't help his mental state. The attacks keep coming, and every win feels hollow. Is this how it ends for the bad boy legend? And then came the part nobody wanted to face. The accusations are multiplying. Producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones's case remains active, despite partial dismissal. Allegations of sexual assault and human trafficking still stand. This isn't fading, it's getting bigger. For someone who built an empire on control, the collapse of his legal team might be the final straw. Anthony Rico's exit wasn't just professional, it was personal. Insiders say Diddy...
That low-key sneaky shit, and Diddy is, and was, rambunctious, you know, just out with it. It don't mean that they're not two of the same. One just a little quieter with his shit.
What happened at the basketball game? When they ran into, you guys ran into Jay-Z?
They was just talking. They was talking amongst each other about their little white girls. They little skinny white girls.
And I mean, did Diddy always say negative things about Jay around you?
The time he was trying to get Ja Rule to go at Jay, yeah.
feels abandoned. This entire saga has now turned into Hollywood's biggest reckoning, and the spotlight isn't just on Diddy. Everyone who stood beside him is feeling the heat. Jay-Z, Rihanna, former collaborators, everyone's wondering, what did they know? With the trial just around the corner, this story is far from over. The question isn't just whether Diddy will walk free. It's whether his brand, his empire, and his identity can survive the storm. And the judge's words may have just sealed the beginning of the end. As media scrutiny intensifies, public opinion is starting to fracture. While some fans remain loyal, others demand accountability. Diddy's silence only fuels speculation, and with every passing day, his grip on the narrative weakens. Now, major platforms and artists are distancing themselves, quietly but clearly. In an unexpected moment during an interview, a former Bad Boy Records executive hinted
he was. They worked it out.
Was there a reason behind it?
I couldn't tell you the reason behind it. It was just, it's probably because Big had died. I don't know what it was, man. I don't know why he wanted Ja Rule to go at Jay. I guess if he kept them beefing or kept them into some bullshit, he could rise up in between both of them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It definitely was some snake shit.
Back in the day, Diddy ruled hip-hop, and Jay-Z was just another hungry rapper chasing a dream. But baby, that was a lifetime ago. We're not just talking about a rapper anymore. Jay-Z is a billionaire mogul, an empire builder. Diddy took Jay under his wing.
that this trial might reveal more than anyone's prepared for. That one sentence sent social media into a frenzy. Was this a warning, a prediction, or a subtle confession? The emotional toll continues to show. Sources close to Diddy say he's pulled back from meetings, canceled appearances, and is not in a good place mentally. Even industry veterans are comparing the scandal to Hollywood's biggest meltdowns. Despite small legal wins, the larger war is still ahead. And this isn't just a courtroom drama anymore, it's a cultural reckoning. The celebrity elite, once protected, are now under fire, and Diddy might just be the face of that shift. From accusations to mental breakdowns, Diddy's story has become more than just news. It's a mirror to the dark side of fame, a legacy.
His next calls out celebs who supported Diddy. We are back on the Real Life Productions channel, which I'll leave in the description for you guys to check out more and even subscribe, man. Hey. I think it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to take Jay-Z down. Just because I think he's really in deep with the people above him. So I think like they really gonna try to protect him as much as they can. But boy, this brother is connected to a lot. A lot. So we ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
On the Edge, a courtroom ready to judge more than guilt. It's about influence, power, and the fall from grace. Let's revisit that moment when the judge said, "This court is no longer shielding the powerful." Replay it. That line may define this trial. It may define Diddy's legacy. So where does it end? Will Diddy clear his name or be remembered as the mogul who fell when truth came knocking? This trial is history in the making. Stick around, because this is only the beginning. As media scrutiny intensifies, public opinion is starting to fracture. While some fans remain loyal, others demand accountability. Diddy's silence only fuels speculation, and with every passing day, his grip on the narrative weakens. Now, major platforms and artists are distancing them.
So what are your thoughts on all the his celebrity friends that denounced those allegations and were like, "This is false," and they were saying, "Yeah, should they speak up now? Should they speak up now?"
I think it's getting a little too late for those who are complicit. For the victims who have been too afraid to come forward because the diddler has been running around with impunity.
The diddler.
It's time for all of the victims to come forward. But for the people that have been denying it, you know what? Let's not be coy. I am Jaguar. So let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a bean. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged.
Themselves, quietly but clearly. In an unexpected moment during an interview, a former Bad Boy Records executive hinted that this trial might reveal more than anyone's prepared for. That one sentence sent social media into a frenzy. Was this a warning, a prediction, or a subtle confession? The emotional toll continues to show. Sources close to Diddy say he's pulled back from meetings, canceled appearances, and is not in a good place mentally. Even industry veterans are comparing the scandal to Hollywood's biggest meltdowns. Despite small legal wins, the larger war is still ahead. And this isn't just a courtroom drama anymore, it's a cultural reckoning. The celebrity elite, once protected, are now under fire, and Diddy might just be the face of that shift. From accusations to...
Should I keep going?
I mean, you're hitting it on.
Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Off of Justin Bieber alone.
Now, Carisha and Rick Ross just sat down together in an interview.
Yeah, I know. Two Diddy doo-wop bops. What a reunion. Only thing they got
Now,
will Diddy start snitching?
She threw it up. Yeah,
you better.
To mental breakdowns, Diddy's story has become more than just news. It's a mirror to the dark side of fame. A legacy, on the edge. A courtroom ready to judge more than guilt. It's about influence, power, and the fall from grace. Let's revisit that moment, when the judge said, "This court is no longer shielding the powerful." Replay it. That line may define this trial. It may define Diddy's legacy. And just when it felt like things couldn't escalate further, new whispers emerge, potential testimony from a surprise witness. No names confirmed yet, but insiders hint at someone very close to Diddy finally stepping forward. If true,
he better. But the only thing I'm interested in him talking about is...
So, I know what she's saying, like, Diddy, again, this is all on if he make it to trial, but probably in order for him to get less time, he's going to have to take down a lot of people with him. That's the main reason why I said I don't know if it's going to make it to trial. you know, because if Diddy talks, ooh-wee. Oh, unless he's like just done, unless he's like.
This could change everything. The industry has gone quiet. His inner circle, radio silent. And for Diddy, silence might be the loudest sound of all. As he awaits trial, every moment of quiet becomes a countdown. Every second, a reminder that the fall from grace may be irreversible. But now the public wants more than a verdict. They want transparency, they want closure, and they want truth. In a culture used to headlines and scandals, this story is now about what happens when fame meets the fallout of justice. Some say it's already too late, that even if Diddy walks free, the stain will remain. Sponsorships lost, brands severed.
You know, obviously they're friends, they're business associates and affiliates, and of course they're not going to say anything because I'm not saying they were part of it, but they were around it. So it doesn't matter how they want to say it. If they come out and apologize, there's going to be more questions. If they don't say nothing, there's going to be questions. I have heard some things about the camp from Jay-Z, not from Jay-Z itself, and seen some things as well, I would say, but I want to be very careful here, that show similar puffy behavior, okay?
You said from the camp of, not directly him, but people in his team. Got it, just to clarify.
People, exactly, and very famous people. So,
former allies gone silent. This trial is a reckoning, not just for him, but for an industry that once ignored the warning signs. And then there's the question nobody wants to ask. If Diddy breaks down in court again, what happens then? Will the courtroom see a man cornered by lies or a predator exposed? Is this pain real or rehearsed? This isn't just a trial, it's a transformation, a shift. And whether it ends in redemption or ruin, one thing's for sure, the world is watching closely.
Again, it's just things that you wouldn't think that they will ever be capable of doing, but then they are doing it. So, but I'm not saying he did or did not. Jay-Z itself cannot say that.
But have you spoken to people since this has now broke even bigger and more? Are people feeling more confident? Have you heard from specific people that you believe have gone through the ringer on this?
Yeah, I mean, I have spoken to some people, and a lot of them are very broken, especially people that been in this industry for a very long time, that just have been silenced and been afraid of, what if I'm out of this circle? What am I going to do with my life, right? But they have actually recognized the abuse and seen, okay, that's not normal. Because a lot of people, they just felt like, well, it's just a part of this business and it's normal and it shouldn't be normalized. So I think it's good that all these things are coming out and people can actually